Hey guys. Hi everybody. Welcome back. All right. So thank you for being here once again. This is going to be a today's topic reading. It is for February the 12th. As always, you guys can enter to win a free read with me by just writing the word compassion in the comment section. And I choose at least one subscriber each week. So let's go ahead and begin. Only I feel as if, no, we'll work with this deck. It's in my hands. It feels good in my hands. That's actually how I select decks most of the time, is how does it feel? We got the devil in the reverse. This is off to a nice start. Capricorn. This is like a Brazilian folklore about this this serpent, obviously made of fire. So it's like this, this insidious kind of all-consuming thing. However, in the reverse, we are not dealing with the. I'm gonna say, I have this image instead of fire of like fog that rolls into our mind, the fog that clouds our thought processes, or the fog that can make us feel really gloomy or upset. That is cleared up now. Because I'm talking about the fog, the haziness, and the devil can also represent things like addictions. I feel like somebody has a ton of clarity. I feel like this is somebody who's like sober, somebody who is they're not feeling upset or sad or sorrowful or miserable. This is like, oh my gosh, all of that stuff that had been creeping into my life at different moments in time, I'm free of all of it, which is an amazing way to begin. But tell me, how is this person free? We have the Magician, and then we have the Two of Cups in the reverse. This is like the fairy godmother showing up. So, I mean, literally, that's what this is depicting, as a fairy godmother. This is certain. Somebody now believes that. Maybe they believe that the universe is actually on their side for the first time in a really long time. This is coming across like somebody has no doubt that good things are on their way. This is so nice to see somebody's like mood shift so dramatically into this really positive vibe. Tell me about the fairy godmother. What is a fairy godmother gift? What is fairy godmother gifting? Possibly the love of a lifetime, an amazing Four of Wands connection, the belief finally that two people can actually come together and have perfect harmony. This is two very different people that are able to like join and become this complete unit. This is exciting. Sideways, we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this is, certainly this is more about whether we hold on tight and hoard things or whether we release things. Well, it's actually, I would say, the best of both worlds. It's holding on to the belief and that, something can be successful, holding on to each other while releasing the things that don't serve the connection. And the King of Swords in the upright. This is amazing. This is something that almost feels, a griffin is a mythical creature, right? Yet that's what the King of Swords is being depicted by. So this is, I was going to say, a love of mythological proportions, or somebody's life is turning around in such a beautiful way, possibly for this King of Swords. This is something where, again, the King of Swords is certain. This King of Swords, you notice how his wings are all different colors, because it is depicting like, think of it like the wrinkles on my face. They show, all of the creases in my forehead and the smile lines and all the frown lines and all those things. That's a part of my life story. That's what this is. The griffin is showing us pieces of their life story, and it's been many different flavors, many different colors, many different things that this individual has gone through. And at this point, it's almost too good to be true that things are starting to work in this person's favor, is how someone is starting to feel. Tell me more, because now we realize we have the story of this King of Swords who's having a really good time. We have Justice in the reverse. We have Ace of Wands in the upright. Things are finally balancing for this person. They are feeling this incredible like surge of like love, of passion. This could be somebody who's ready to now write the next like page in their life story, or they may be about to write a letter to someone. This is someone who wants to paint, the canvas of their life in a different, in something different than what it has been. This is someone who's, all of their problems have suddenly been lifted and they have this new possibility. This is, the universe is clicking things into place for this person. And I think it's been a long time coming. There was a some reading that I did earlier today. I don't know if it was the bonus reading or if it was a Libra reading, but it was one of the readings I did today earlier had that storyline in it as well. And we even dealt with the King of Swords. So I think it was a bonus reading. I'll link it to the end of this video for you. It's interesting because the story is about, it's finally fair that the King of Swords gets to have the kind of, opportunities that they have wished for a very, very, very long time. Okay, so tell me about the Ace of Wands. Tell me about the Ace of Wands, because that's the one where there's action being taken, action that this person wants. We have a Five of Wands in the reverse. Action, no more thinking it out, no more encountering tons of obstacles. This is somebody where it's like, it's go time. This is somebody ready to send the letter, write the letter, get this next phase of their life going. All of the obstacles have been lifted. This is a very joyful time. Six of Coins in the reverse, though. So it's as if they're ready to write a letter. They are not being inhibited by anything, but they are sending a letter possibly to a person or a situation that previously they did not give equally to, perhaps, with that Six of, wow. With that Six of Coins in the reverse. That, or they no longer have to give their energy to another situation, and that's what they want to write and explain. Like, I'm finally free. I get to, no longer have to be in a situation where there's no equal give and take. Not only that, but I'm healed from it, and I may be either divorced from it or I've left it behind now. But this could also be talking about the letter that they're writing, because I'm kind of still asking what's going on in this letter. If this person is saying, I'm no longer giving to a former situation, I'm free of that. That's one part of it. Or they're writing a letter to someone that they didn't give to previously, someone that they, there might have been a lot of hurt that they have healed from, this person has healed from, and it may be someone that they had not treated very well, or someone that they did not, I don't know. I feel like this person's breaking away. I feel like what they're writing about is that I'm breaking away from this. A Strength card in the reverse. I think that this is like to tell it all, to air all the dirty laundry out, explaining, yeah, I was really scared. I was really, really scared. This person's not scared anymore. This person's able to talk about it. I was scared. That's where I was at. Five of Cups in the reverse, but I don't want to have any more missed opportunities here. Tell me about that Two of Coins in the reverse. We've got Eight of Coins in the reverse and Nine of Coins in the reverse. We have a lot of certainty about the way a situation looks to another person. It's interesting because this is where someone was not made to feel very valuable. Somebody quit putting energy into a situation that it wasn't turning into anything. They know this. They know how this looks. Wow. So there's a lot to be addressed here. We have a Five of Swords. We have an Ace of Coins. We have a High Priestess. We have the Knight of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. Holy moly. Okay, so they may be writing a letter to explain their situation, but that's only one piece of it, because the other half of it is, okay, so I'm writing this letter to someone who I know how they feel about this situation. I know that they think unequivocally that I didn't put in effort and energy, and that didn't feel good. So this King of Swords is under no illusion that the person they're sending this letter to has a very poor opinion of this. They know that they're going to be faced with possibly like hostility. They're going to be faced with even somebody saying, do you know what you did? Do you know that you made me cry? Do you know that you made me hurt? And yet they still are coming in to ask if they can have a new beginning. Now, they don't know. With the High Priestess here, they don't know what this person is going to say in response. They really don't. But if they get one small yes, this person is on their way. This person is rushing in. This person is ready to make this the future that they want to have. So there is like it's hinging on this. Like, are you going to say yes? Are you going to say yes? If you say yes, I fully expect you to be angry at me. I fully expect all of that. But if you just say yes, I will be there in a minute. I'm already on my way. That's what this is looking like. Like someone is asking for the green light. Can I please come in? What exactly happened here? No, we want this deck tonight, I think. What happened here? Yeah, the devil was in the upright. Ace of Cups, Seven of Cups in the reverse. So somebody's life was on a string and someone else was the one holding those strings. Someone was a puppet. There was love, but there was, you notice that this cup of love is being filled with, like, basically the sky is crying. We've got teardrops, raindrops coming down, cloudy skies over this love. This love always had hurt associated with it, even though, and it was known, like this was never a mystery. There was no confusion that this is a messy situation and that someone's life was not their own. Somebody wasn't calling the shots in their own life because of whatever this devil represented. It could have been, a toxic behavior that was controlling their life, their own toxic behavior. It could have been a different person. It could have been, like being indebted to someone and you have to fulfill some contract, even though it's miserable, but their life, whatever this was, their life was not their own. They were a puppet on a string at one point in the past. And that made this love a painful kind of love. Because if someone can't give wholeheartedly because every time they attempt to, they get pulled back and marionetted in a different, direction, then this person could never, they weren't free. They had strings attached to them all the time. So of course it was a painful love. There were a lot of tears around this one, a lot of tears and continual gray skies and clouds over this romance, even though there was never any confusion about how important this was. There was also never any confusion exactly what the problems were. Okay, so this is, I like how straightforward this is, that it's like, we're not beating around the bush on this one. This is like, I was stuck. What were they stuck in? Maybe this doesn't matter anymore because we're beyond that. We began with the devil in the reverse. I just was curious, what were they stuck in? The moon, which is, and the Queen of Swords. The moon talks about things that were hidden. It talks about, I don't know if this was a situation where, normally the Queen of Swords is about boundaries. And I feel like whatever they hid, this queen kept saying, no, I want answers. I want full transparency and truth. And this person really had to look at themselves in the mirror and ask themselves who they are and who they want to be. I feel like this person was hiding something that they viewed as shameful, which obviously the devil. Hanged Man in the reverse. This was all kinds of, this is like martyrdom. This is sacrificial energy. This person, you notice that this hanged man, they're walking around carrying the hangman's gallows. So it's like, talk about adding injury to insult, right? This is someone who's already, they're a hangman, but on top of that, they're lugging around the gallows. So it's like they're never free of something, even something that had already ended. They were lugging around. Maybe that's what they didn't want to maybe express or admit because they knew that they got to let it go. It's time to let it go. Maybe I feel like this person was piggybacking somebody around on their shoulders. That wasn't their duty to do that anymore, but they felt like they had to still. This could have been whatever this was. This was, they felt responsible for someone who they shouldn't have had to feel responsible for, but that is where their loyalty was to something else that they were piggybacking around. And they knew darn well that I shouldn't be doing this, but I don't know how to stop. And that's the thing that they didn't want to explain. because let me put it this way, because when somebody keeps doing the thing that they know it's not fair, it's not right, I shouldn't still be doing this for somebody, but I don't know how to put an end to it. I don't know how to stop whatever, paying money more than what I'm supposed to have to, or being there for someone who's I don't want to be with anymore, but they keep needing me, so I keep giving to them, and I don't know how to put an end to that. It could have been something like that. I'm doing something that is not good for me, and I know that, but I don't know how to put a stop to it. And that's the thing that they were keeping secret. And that's the part where they really need to look in the mirror at themselves and view themselves through maybe your eyes or the eyes of anybody else to say, is that really how you're going to live your whole life? Is doing something that doesn't actually feel right, but you do it anyway? Like, that's what this looks like. And so that devil energy, maybe you laid it out. Maybe you kind of sucked it to him and kind of said that. Like, have you really taken a look in the mirror lately to see, you can't have any kind of an interaction with me or anybody else when you're not being transparent, or when you're not really present. Something keeps pulling you back, something keeps holding you back, and that's not going to work. So I feel like you demanded truth, not only from them, but of them for themselves. That's what this looks like. And I think that was something that, I think you were just looking for truth. It's interesting, though, because you do realize we have a matched pair, right? Now that this person's life has changed, now it's a matched pair. You might have actually helped this person gain perspective by calling it like it is, by saying something that might have been on the nose, truthful, maybe a little hurtful, but maybe also on the nose. Okay, so tell me about the rest of this. Outcome of all this. Okay, so Two of Wands is here. This is the crossroads, right? This is, which direction are we going to take this thing? Because we're going into a potential for growth in the future. Wow, a lot of growth in the future. We got that Magician. We also have this Page of Wands. This is, I feel like this is what two people are going to be able to do together at this point. How do we want to interact now? What kind of a romance do we want to have? What kind of a life? He's like, again, writing, like signing papers. I almost wonder, is this something where the two of you are you signing a lease? Are you moving in together? This has a really positive feel, because again, they said, if you just say yes, I'll be there in a minute. I will be at your doorstep. Just say yes. They don't know if you're going to say yes, right? Because we have that High Priestess. But if you say yes, I will be on my way in a minute, and we will talk about what the future is going to hold for us. And I feel like this is like, okay, let's consult with each other. What do you envision? How are we going to be together? I want to make that plan now. I'm willing to sign a lease now. This is like maybe going out, even like looking for places to live together, because this is where we gather information, looking online, making plans, and in this case, like filling out applications or filling things out. And it's all because we are manifesting that future that these two want to have. So kind of a very exciting shift, because this is someone who's willing to like put ink to the page here. It's like, he's in a top hat. Heck, for all I know, this could be like, okay, let's go ahead and get married. I mean, this could be, I feel like it's about moving in, though. I feel like it's cohabitation first. I don't know, but he's in a top hat, though, which is a celebratory, you dress nice at weddings and things like that. And that's signing a document. There's something about a major commitment, a major promise being made here. And especially with this Magician, this is like when we have the clarity of what we both want, and then we back it up with taking action, we get stronger and stronger on what we can manifest. That's how I see this. It's quite beautiful, quite powerful, especially after we had so much difficulty in the past, and the devil was sitting right there, like this big brick in the middle of this, and it's gone now. The obstacles are gone. This isn't a storyline about what all happened in the past. This is a storyline of what the future holds. We picked up this story with the problems seem to be over, and now we can start looking at rebuilding. And what I do like about this is that there is minimal like drama and upset in this. It's more of by the way, I didn't shuffle that card, but a card just kind of like tumbled out of my hand. I'm not taking it because I wasn't intending to shuffle. But this is not a storyline where there's lots of drama and hurt. This is the storyline of rebuilding. This is all about rebuilding, and rebuilding in an amazing way. But I feel like this person is like, they're saying, if you just say yes to me, I'll be there in a minute. But they're not just showing up to like have romance. They're showing up to talk about big, serious future plans. And they're consulting, what do you want our future to look like? Our future, not your future, not my future, our future. We both have to have our say, and then let's go ahead and put it on paper. Let's do this. Let's take action on this. Is there any other advice or, message surrounding this? And the only reason I ask is because we seem to have like jumped into this so swiftly. So is there anything else on this story? Sorry, it's starting to get long. We have a Knight of Cups in the upright. I mean, if someone is really showing up with that offer of love, and that is in the positive energy. This is somebody who's also, they're wearing a red cape, so they're coming in bold, they're coming in powerful. This looks, we have that star and it's in the reverse, Aquarian energy. This, I've asked for any other messages or, thoughts surrounding this. Someone is coming in with a love offer, but we do still have a disappointment here. And, this is like they're coming in with a love offer for something that was a missed opportunity. I don't know, will their love offer, I mean, this doesn't look like they're coming in with a little love offer. It looks like they are saying, now I'm ready. Will you accept me? Say yes, and I'll be there in a minute. But we have this 10 of Wands that was kind of like in the negative aspect. There's still going to be, even if somebody comes in with a love offer, that doesn't wipe everything away. This is like, what I would say is it's almost along the lines of, okay, somebody shows up, they say, yes, I had all these problems, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm back. But this extra message says, just because somebody comes in and now they're going to, be loving and they're going to be available, it doesn't negate the fact that this still happened and that this is still energy that needs to be dealt with. So it's almost like maybe counseling is something that needs to happen, like even as the rebuilding is beginning, or, something to work through this, because this is still hurt. This is still, guilt and shame. This is the hurt and the missed opportunity and the unhealed wounds. And I just don't think that it can be slap a Band-Aid on it of like, here's a cup of love. Well, that's wonderful, but that doesn't erase damage that was done previously. So what will help with the damage that has been done? We have the Temperance, but the Temperance is actually in the reverse. I would say acknowledgement of the fact that there was no water in this, right? She's pouring out sand instead of, having this wonderful, magical water pitcher. This Temperance angel had nothing but sand. I really feel like it has to be addressed, that while they were perhaps caught up with whatever this situation was, it's almost like this person needs to fully comprehend what the other individual went through in that time period. And I say that because this is an angel who was left in a drought, left with no water at all. This is someone who was a wish fulfillment, who got treated like they weren't a wish fulfillment. This is someone who, like they really got mistreated is what this looks like. And so coming in with an offer of love, does that really erase any of this? No, especially not when two of these are major arcana. it does put things in perspective, because that's a big expectation that, and now everything's going to be fantasy fairyland, everything's wonderful. It's like, this still needs to be addressed. Yes, the love is great. Oh, this can be fixed. This can be brought back into real success. We have the Six of Wands. This can be, and it may be that this is the way for somebody to heal the wrongs that have been done in this situation, or the hurt that has been caused. The person who's showing up, the person who wants to be a part of this now, if they are feeling really like powerful because they got themselves free of something, and now they truly, truly want to come in and, feel like I'm going to make you fall in love with me again. It's like, you'll see, it's going to be amazing. We got a 9 of Wands though, and we got a 4 of Wands in it, and both of these are in the negative. I don't know. I don't really know that this is such a happy tale. This person might be under the impression that it's going to be a lot easier to get this all back on track than it actually is. This could be one of those situations where their expectation of like, this is going to be amazing, they didn't realize that there's been a whole lot of damage that is needs to still be dealt with. It can be dealt with. And excuse me, I said that the 9 of Wands is in the negative. It is not. It's actually in the positive. This is the negative. This person is standing up, taking action. I do think that this person, keep in mind, they think, yay, now I can have the love of my life. But when they weren't there for the love of their life, when they left the love of their life out in the cold, and now they want to come in and be successful, their thought about how perfect this is going to feel, it's not perfect. They would have to rebuild it to make it perfect. And it does look like this person is willing to do that, but they might be a little bit, even if this queen says, yes, come here, I do want to still talk to you, I do want to still attempt this with you, but the queen, them showing up with their love offer is not enough to just make it all okay. They may feel very confident that they can make this fabulous, but I think that there has been this is a big loss. There has been a tremendous loss, and this person is really going to have to work hard to restore that. But if they are really willing to put in the effort, it does look like it's possible. But it's not. They're not returning to the relationship that these two used to have, because we got the 5 of Wands that came out in the negative. It's going to be maybe lots of things that need to be worked through. Like, seriously, this looks like, to get back together, there would need to be some counseling, because I think this person thinks that they're picking up right where they left off, which is, I loved you and wanted to be with you. Of course, I left you out in the cold. I'm so tired of the storyline, honestly. But I keep getting these messages, these cards that say this storyline, so I don't get to pick. But I just feel like this person, admittedly, they had things that were wrong, that were probably unfair in their world, but then what was wrong in their world, they had that ripple effect of making it wrong with someone else that really loved them, that they wanted to be with. And now that they're able to be free of all those problems and come to the person that they want to be with, they have to deal with the fact that maybe they had things that were done wrong to them, but the fact that rippled out with how they treated this amazing queen that is their perfect match, they have to now make it right with their queen. They don't just get to walk in with some love, say, okay, I'm all better now. Now I'm ready to do this with you. They've got a lot to fix with this queen. That's how I see this story. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. It is what it is. It feels like we keep getting repeat storylines right now. So like, I don't know if it's just characters that keep thinking about actions that they want to take. And, this is like, someone wants to rush in if it's possible, but it almost seems like this reading is like the reality check, that just because we want something doesn't mean that we don't still have to deal with hurt and past issues, especially if we want this to be successful. It's like, getting a broken limb out of a cast, and then you got to do physical therapy before everything is restored and it works properly again. And I feel like this reading is talking about the physical therapy that needs to happen in this relationship for it to be able to heal and become functional again if these two are going to be successful. So kind of a nice, it almost feels like an extended, I think, of the reading that I did that was a bonus read. So anyway, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Remember, these are just stories. So if it doesn't entertain you, if it doesn't make you happy, don't worry about it. Just click off. Don't even give it another thought. It's just free entertainment. But if there is something inspiring, awesome. All right, take care. Bye, guys.